AAB training achieved through excellence. E-learning for security professionals. Licensing law for security operatives. The aim of this session is to introduce learners to licensing law and the licensee's social responsibility. The outcomes. By the end of this session, you will be able to state the licensing objectives under the licensing law, state the law in relation to refusing entry and ejecting customers, state police powers in relation to licensed premises, state the different types of licenses and permissions available for premises, state the rights and duties of licensees and door supervisors as their representatives, state the law in relation to young persons, state the conduct that is considered unlawful under licensing, gaming, and sexual offenses legislation. Licensing law. The Licensing Act 2003 was created to establish a single integrated scheme for the licensing premises, which will include the supply of alcohol, regulated entertainment, and late-night refreshment. It unites 6 existing licensing regimes: alcohol, public entertainment, cinemas, theaters, late-night refreshment, and night cafes. The objectives of the law are the prevention of crime and disorder, public safety, prevention of unreasonable disruption to interested parties living or working in the vicinity, the protection of children from harm. Changes under the Licensing Act 2003. The new Licensing Act 2003 has introduced major changes to the licensing laws in England and Wales. There are now flexible opening hours with the potential for up to 24 hours opening 7 days a week. A single license for premises. Personal licenses required for people who supply alcohol. All licenses managed by the licensing authority. Types of licenses. Personal licenses. A personal license will authorize an individual to sell or supply alcohol, or authorize the sale or supply of alcohol for consumption on or off premises, for which a premises license is in force. A premises license will authorize the holder of the license to use the premises to which the license relates for licensable activities. Representations may be made about an application for the grant of a premises license, for example, by local communities, residents, and businesses or their representatives, the police, the fire authority, and public bodies with responsibility for environmental health. Types of licenses continued include club premises certificates. They will provide authorization for qualifying clubs to use club premises for qualifying club activities. They are the supply of alcohol by or on behalf of a club to a member for consumption on the premises, the sale by retail of alcohol by or on behalf of a club to a guest of a member for consumption on the premises, and the provision of regulated entertainment by or on behalf of a club for its members and guests. The new rules in general. The applicant for a premises license or a club premises certificate will be able to choose the days and hours during which they wish to be authorized to carry on licensable activities at the premises for which a license is sought. The Act also establishes new arrangements for the carrying on of licensable activities at occasional temporary events. Licensing authorities will have the power on review of a premises license to suspend or revoke the license, to exclude specific licensable activities from the license, or to modify operating conditions attached to the license. In addition, the Act confers powers on the police to close licensed premises to deal expediently with disorderly behavior and excessive noise. With certain offenses in licensing law, the license holder or DPS may be liable for the actions of his staff. Door supervisors are acting on behalf of the management of the establishment as agents of the license holder, and as such, can in certain circumstances be held responsible for the observance or breach of those laws. Therefore, it's imperative that they ensure that the licensing laws are not broken and report any problems. The Act identifies a number of persons authorized to prevent certain conduct. Any person who works on the premises, whether paid or unpaid, in a position which authorizes him to make a request. The holder of the premises license, the designated premises supervisor, or for licensed clubs, any member officer of the club who is on the premises in the capacity of the certificate holder. Refusing entry. It is at the point of entry that door supervisors are required, as agents of the license holder, to use their judgment fairly and effectively whilst enforcing both the law and the venue's policies. A door supervisor's main task here is the correct selection of customers for the venue, keeping undesirables out. If door supervisors can control the point of entry effectively, it will help to ensure swift and safe entry of decent customers and at the same time enhance the safety of the public and members of the staff inside the premises. Ejecting customers. Request him or her to leave. Explain the reasons. Appeal for him or her to leave. Confirm that he or she refuses. And take action. React. Offenses, both staff and public. Here are some of the offenses under the Act that can be committed by the staff and the public in relation to conduct on licensed premises. Section 140 creates an offense of allowing disorderly conduct on licensed premises. Section 141 is knowingly selling or allowing sale of alcohol to a person who is drunk. Section 142 is knowingly obtaining or attempting to obtain alcohol for a person who is drunk. Offenses committed by the public. Section 143 of the Act creates offenses committed by the member of the public who is drunk or disorderly. These are: a failure to leave when requested by a constable or a person authorized by the Act. Attempting to enter while drunk or disorderly when requested not to do so. Rights and duties. Under the new Licensing Act 2003, you must always know the license conditions that apply in the venue where you work. The Act makes the license holder liable for the actions of employees and servants. The Act also makes staff, including door supervisors, responsible if they fail to take action in certain circumstances. Young persons. Acceptable forms of proof of age in the UK are PASS accredited proof of age cards. PASS is the National Proof of Age Standards Scheme and is supported by Trading Standards, the Home Office, and ACPO. A photo driver's license or passport. Persons under 18. Section 145 makes it an offense to admit children under the age of 16 to certain categories of relevant premises if an adult does not accompany them and those premises are open for the supply of alcohol for consumption there. Section 146 makes it an offense to sell alcohol to children under 18 anywhere. Section 147 provides that it is an offense knowingly to allow the sale of alcohol to a child under 18 on the relevant premises. Section 149 makes it an offense for a child under 18 to buy or attempt to buy alcohol, whether or not on licensed premises, or if he is a member of a club, for him to have alcohol supplied to him by the club. Persons under 18. Section 150 makes it an offense for a child, a person under 18, knowingly to consume alcohol on relevant premises. It also makes it an offense to knowingly allow the consumption of alcohol by a child on relevant premises. There are 4 exceptions to this section. 1. The individual is 16 or 17. 2. It is beer, wine, or cider. 3. It is with a table meal. 4. They are with an adult over 18. Section 151 sets out offenses relating to the delivery of alcohol to children. It is an offense for someone working on a relevant premises knowingly to deliver a child alcohol, which is sold on the premises or supplied there, or on behalf of a club. Employment of persons under 18. Section 153 makes it an offense knowingly to allow an individual under the age of 18 to sell, or in the case of a club, to supply alcohol, unless such sale or supply has been specifically approved by a responsible person. This offense does not apply where the alcohol is sold or supplied for consumption with a table meal, where it is sold or supplied in premises which are being used for the service of table meals. The premises are, or the part is, not used for the sale or supply of alcohol otherwise than to persons having table meals there, and for consumption by such a person as an ancillary to his meal. Powers of magistrates and police over licensed premises. Orders to close premises in an area experiencing disorder. Police can apply for a court order to close all licensed premises in a specific area where it is believed that a serious disorder is anticipated. Closure orders for identified premises. Section 161 provides a senior officer with the power to close specific premises for up to 24 hours. Offense. A person commits an offense if, without reasonable excuse, he permits relevant premises to be open in contravention of a closure order. Rights of entry to investigate licensable activities. Police officers may enter and search premises where there is a reason to believe an offense under the Act has been committed. Compliance and revocation. All licensed door supervisors are required to comply with the regulations as defined by the Security Industry Authority. This applies to any form of imposed conditions, restrictions, code of dress, and the wearing of a badge or lapel pin. Door supervisors who contravene any of the conditions of the license shall be guilty of an offense and shall be liable on summary conviction to a fine or loss of their license. Gaming. The Gaming Act of 1968 defines gaming as the playing of a game of chance for winnings in money or money's worth, whether any person playing the game is at risk of losing any money or money's worth or not. The Act does not include any games which are acts of pure skill, such as football or running. It is an offense under the Gaming Act 1968 to take part in any street or place in which the public have access. Temporary event notice. A temporary event notice is required if you intend to carry out a licensable activity on unlicensed premises, or wish to operate outside the terms of your existing premises license or club premises license. These activities include the sale or supply of alcohol, regulated entertainment, provisions of late-night refreshment. Temporary event notices are intended to be a new light-touch system of temporary permissions for small-scale events involving a notification procedure. The criteria for temporary events are as follows. 12 temporary events may be held at any one premises in a given calendar year. Any one event may not last more than 96 hours. There must be a minimum period of 24 hours between two separate events. There is a maximum of 15 days combined total for all events in any one calendar year. The holder of a personal license may apply for up to 50 temporary events in any one calendar year. A person who does not hold a personal license may apply for a maximum of 5 temporary events in any one calendar year. The maximum capacity for any temporary event is 499 persons at any one given time. A temporary event notice would be needed to facilitate any one or any combination of licensable events. To summarize, you should now be able to state the licensing objectives under the licensing law, state the law in relation to refusing entry and rejecting customers, state police powers in relation to licensed premises, state the different types of licenses and permissions available for premises, state the rights and duties of licensees and door supervisors as their representatives, state the law in relation to young persons, state the conduct that is considered unlawful under licensing, gaming, and sexual offenses legislation. E-learning for security professionals. AAB training. Achieve through excellence.